Hey there, writers and muse daters. Today I'm here to talk to you about how to get a literary agent. Now, there are lots of writers out there who want to get a literary agent. They finished a novel and they're ready for traditional publication. And a lot of times, what they say to me and why that traditional publishing route is appealing to them is because they don't want to market their own books, they don't want to spend the money to market their own books, they want the recognition of the publication, of traditional publication. So they're out to get a literary agent. But the thing is that there's a huge mistake that many authors are making, and it's really getting in the way of any chance that they have to get a traditional publishing contract, to get a literary agent's attention. And this breaks my heart, and I'm sharing it with you today so that you don't fall into this trap. So be sure to watch till the end and get this important hack on how to get a literary agent's attention. So one of the things that people say when they get frustrated about not getting a literary agent's attention, about getting rejected, literary agents are snobs. I've heard it all. The thing is that you really have to get into the thinking of a literary agent. And I've given some analogies here in this Facebook group, Write to Publish and Sell Your Novel, many times. And so you know about me from previous videos, podcast episodes that you've watched, that I'm going to give you the real deal from the publishing industry. There's not going to be any fluff here. I'm not going to tell you something just to make you feel good that isn't the truth, because I believe in knowing the truth, using that data to make a good strategy. And that's how so many authors, and you see them posting over here in Write to Publish and Sell Your Novel, they're publishing, then they're getting TV deals, they're on the radio, they're getting radio plays made of their novels. All of these things are happening because we've got a proven strategy to get authors to that point. So you know you're going to get the real deal from me. And here's the real deal. What does it look like from the literary agent side? Well, authors sort of have these rose-colored glasses on. They're like, oh, I finished my book, so it must be publishable. I think I'm a pretty good writer. My friends like it. My mom likes it. It must be good. Everybody tells me that it's good. Everybody asks when there's a sequel. Now, look, the people who are your friends are going to tell you they like it no matter what. That's just true, no matter how honest you think they are. So hack number one, don't trust your friends when it comes to your writing. They don't want to ruin your friendship or your relationship by telling you. And besides that, they're not experts. How would they know, right? And here's hack number two. You need to know more than good writing to get a novel published. If that were the case, everybody coming out of the top MFA programs would get published. But actually, the number of people from those programs who get published is less than 10%. So it's not just about good writing, people. There's more to it. So write that down. So getting back to these rose-colored glasses, they think, I just need to write this novel. It's going to get published. Everything's going to be fine. Well, if you're sitting on the literary agent's side of the table, here's what your life looks like. You're getting hundreds, if not thousands, of emails a day with people wanting your attention. And as a literary agent, your job is to get people contracts, to make money. This is how they make their money. If their authors don't get published, they're not making money. So they're not going to take a gamble on just any old author. So how do they make this decision on between John and Bob, which author should I take? The gamble isn't on how good is your writing, how pretty your cover might be, how original your concept is. That's an art consideration. Those are important. It's not as if they're not important. But the bottom line is the bottom line, because write this down, publishing is a business. Publishing companies are looking to make money. They don't want to lose money on you. So you need to have a good product to put out into the marketplace, which means that it is saleable. Now, there are a million considerations on what that looks like. And it's exactly what I do as I coach all of the writers through that process. And if you want to know more about that, scroll down the wall here and Write to Publish and Sell Your Novel, and you will see what that looks like in real time for the authors who are doing that and getting the publishing success. I'm not going to get into the details of what it is because it's a very complicated formula. It's different in every genre. It's different for every author. It's very complicated. So let's just put that aside for a minute. Now, here's the big mistake. And for whatever reason, in the past couple of weeks, I have seen this multiple times, authors coming to me and saying, well, you know, I self-published my first book and I sold 50 copies, I sold 100 copies, but now I want to do the real deal and I want to get a literary agent. Now let me put my literary agent hat on. So you want me to take a gamble on you to sell a product when you've got a proven track record of not being able to sell a product. Now, that may not sound fair to the artist in you, and maybe it isn't fair, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the truth, about how literary agents look at your novel and your potential for publishing. So if you've already proven that you can't sell, and they don't care why, they don't care that you didn't have a marketing plan or that you just sold it at your family reunion or that you only wanted to sell it at your family reunion. They don't care. They see a track record of non-sales. And if you've even channel surfed by Shark Tank, you've heard them ask the question to these people pitching their various crazy ideas. They want to know sales figures. They want to know numbers. They want raw data to say, is this a saleable item? Well, literary agents and publishing companies want to know the same thing. So if you've already established a track record of non-sales, they're not going to take a gamble on you. But Annalisa, I didn't even tell my literary agent that I had published a novel. I published it under a pen name. Here's the thing about when you're sitting in the literary agent's seat. There's no hiding. All of that data is available to those of us who are in the publishing industry. If you published a book 15 years ago and sold 5 copies, they're going to be able to see that. That data still exists in the databases of the publishing industry, and they're doing that research on you. You know, if they get a concept that looks interesting and they say, well, this might be viable. Well, just like I hope you're, checking out the social media of the people you're going to go on a date with, or, I don't know, the research that we do online, your literary agent is doing that too before they're going to make an offer. So you're shooting yourself in the foot. And if you've already self-published and you haven't sold well, you've got an extra uphill battle. Traditional publishing is not going to solve your problem. It's not this magic ball, 8-ball, magic wand, whatever it is that people think that it is. Like, oh, I didn't do so well over there, so now I'm going to do this. It's a little bit like saying, I didn't do very well in my neighborhood basketball team, so I think I'll go play with the NBA because they've got better players over there. They're not going to let you in. And look, you don't have to like this. I don't like it. But I know that it's the truth. And my job as a good coach, as a successful coach, as a coach who gets my writers results and builds author careers, is to tell you the truth. This is the way that it is. Now, okay, there's one exception out there in the cajillion of people, because there's an exception to every rule. But for the rest of us with 2 feet on the ground, this is the rule. This is the way that it works. Is it insurmountable? No. But you need a really specific strategy to get out of that hole. So if you're querying and querying and querying and hoping, this is the thing about you authors, and I love you so much, but like the hoping that it's just, I'm going to find the right one. They're going to fall in love with my writing. It's not just your writing. You need the whole package. They're not going to take a gamble on you. It's just not going to happen. There are rare exceptions, but it is highly unlikely that without a tactical strategy, a proven plan to get you there, that anything's going to happen. So please, 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 please know what you're up against and what the actual truth is. Over here in the writing gym, we make decisions based on data. We make decisions based on the way that things actually work. And that, once again, ladies and gentlemen, is why you see all down the wall every day people posting about what's working for them, how it's working for them, what their successes are. So I hope that's helpful for you. Love to hear what you're writing. Drop me a comment in the comment section of this video. What are you up to? What have you been trying? And I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy writing.